You might call it your catch-all or your multi-use drawer, but let's be honest, it's a junk drawer. That's what it is, and most likely it's kind of a mess. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Organizing expert and owner of Organized by Helen is here, Helen Austin, and we're talking about the junk drawer, how to declutter it, how to make it useful.
Yep.
And that's kind of the whole idea of organization, is to make it useful.
Yes, you want to have efficiency and function. Right. So before you start sorting your junk drawer, I'm going to tell you to make sure you plan with the end in mind. So have some drawer organizers to work into once you're done sorting. Because you're going to be frustrated if you do that, then it's like, well, what do I do now?
Exactly.
And you can improvise. You can use jewelry boxes that you've gotten from a store. You can use muffin tins. You can use ice cube trays. But if you want to have a nice clean look, this is what I recommend. I love these acrylic drawer organizers. They come in all various sizes. They come even larger than this.
Right.
And this particular one has a nice rivet, so they can stack if you have a really deep drawer.
Oh, that's good.
Super versatile. Rather than getting your whole built-in one, then those don't change drawers and they're not versatile. And I'm just not a fan because I like to be able to use things in multiple areas. So then after you have that, you're going to sort everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you know what you should really be keeping and not keeping?
That's the key. So you have your home for everything, and then a lot of stuff in junk drawers does not belong there. So you ask yourself, what do I actually use on a daily or weekly basis in that area? Which most of the stuff you find doesn't. So for example, your kids' crafts, don't put them in there. You don't want their hands in here. These should be elsewhere.
Okay.
Kids' toys, same thing. But you know, we throw random stuff in there when you're like, I don't know what to do with this. It's going here.
That's exactly
hair stuff belongs with all your other hair stuff. So once you purge all of that, including your manuals, don't put your manuals there. One, you can get rid of them. They're digital now. So if you have a large appliance, you might want to keep those in your long-term storage, but otherwise, just get rid of them.
All right.
So we're going to start putting stuff back in.
Right.
And another thing that can be really handy are battery organizers. So
is this dangerous just to toss the batteries in with everything else?
Yeah, the certain type of square batteries, what are those called?
Those little 9-volt?
Yeah, those, if they touch each other, you'll have a nice firework
do that.
event in your house. So unless you want that, you probably don't want to do that. So get one of these. They're great. They can fit right in back. And as you put stuff back into this drawer, you want to think, what do I use the most? That should be at the front of the drawer.
Okay.
So your pens, maybe your markers. It just depends on each person and how they use that space. But everything will have a designated home. Now, I also like to put these liners in here. They are not sticky. You do not want the adhesive liners. They leave the adhesive behind. It's just not worth it. This is not necessary, might I add.
Why do you do it?
I think it looks nice, and it can give some traction.
Right.
But overall, this is not an absolute necessity. That whole saying, perfect can be the enemy of good enough, can happen right here with a lot of organizing. So let that hold you back. Gift cards and stuff, I think, always do belong in here. Need a home as well. Actually, that's what this home is.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so everything places right back in there, and you can find it. Maintenance too, though, is the thing. So once a month, or when you're getting something and something's not in the right home, put it back. If your family just does not do a great job of putting things back, like we were talking about, you can label these. It seems like overkill, but man, if you make it as obvious as possible, you stand a better chance of actually keeping this looking organized and functional.
And it's functional. That's the word for it. But I'll tell you, when all 4 kids were home, I would occasionally organize, and I would even put little stickers on. That just seemed like a challenge to them. Oh, he thinks I'm putting the scissors there. I'm not putting the scissors
Lock it. I don't know. You need a little code or something. It's hard.
Really, really good information, and it looks beautiful, and it's functional. And for more organization tips, we're going to put a link to Helen's website and blog on kclive.tv later today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.